flight attendant whose twerking cost her her dream job.
I didn't think that, being so happy can turn into something like this.
Nell Diallo was having a great time dancing and twerking in the aisle on an empty plane before an early morning flight.
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself hyped up for my day, basically.
She posted the video on TikTok along with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?" But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired her. What did they say to you?
They just said that I broke their social media policy.
Nell had only been on the job for 6 months. She says she was twerking to celebrate the end of her probationary period. Why did you decide to post the video?
And I was really proud of myself that I came so far. I just didn't think that my video and my post and the way I was dancing would be deemed as inappropriate.
So how did you feel in that meeting when they told you you lost your job?
I put on such a proud face every time I stepped on that plane. And for them to terminate me without giving me a chance, it just was unfair.
You. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. What up, Blunt?
What's good, Pete?
What's good? Another day, another dollar. Folks, if you're watching this right now, help us out by sharing. I want to thank everybody that shared on our last show. We did really good with the shares. If you can, take the moment right now to share to whatever page you're in, to your own page. We do our own thing out here to make sure we share it out as well. It definitely helps us out. 100% helps us out. So thank you to everybody that takes a little bit of time out of their life to share our show out. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, Two Trains of Misfits. You could share a YouTube channel. That will be extremely great, and we will be very appreciative of it. So we started with this video, and this is something that's going to go out to all the transit workers, especially here out in New York. I'm going to talk more about it, but this is an airline stewardess who lost her job for what you saw for posting that video of herself working for Alaska Airlines. What do you think about that, Blunt? Do you think that's something that should have been fired for that?
No.
Even though she was twerking like that?
Yeah, because the plane was empty. It wasn't like she was doing it in front of passengers or anything, but, they have their rules. I don't think she should have got terminated. She should have got some kind of reprimand because I don't think she realized the severity of their policy, and that's, that can go for transit operators also. Transit has a similar outlook when it comes to social media itself. But maybe they just using her to make an example out of what you shouldn't do and how far they're willing to go.
Supposedly they have a social media policy, which maybe she was not aware of.
Right.
Hopefully she has a strong union that will fight for her and get her back.
She's already terminated, so the damage is done already.
Yeah, but I mean, they could still fight it, no, bring her back. It's happened before. I know it's happened here on transit. People had lost their job and the union has gotten them back in, after a fight.
Yeah, I just think that's a little, I think that's not a little, but very excessive on their part to terminate her just for that. It wasn't like she was naked. Okay, she's in uniform, so that's not a good look for the. It depends on who you're talking to when you say that's not a good look for the company, because she might have brought them more passengers by doing that shit, But,
yeah.
They
or
have
less by them firing her.
Right. Now that they fired, then they like, I'm not ever going back to that, But I don't think what she did was malicious. It wasn't even like distasteful. She did it very tastefully, It wasn't like she had a thong out. Yeah, a thong out. Like yeah, she just, she was having fun, She messed up. That they shouldn't have fired her. They should. I kind, and I hate to go there with this, but I kind of feel like, she don't seem to be the right skin tone
Mm,
to get away with that. If you know
think
what I
so?
mean. She seems like she's part of an ethnic group that ain't viewed upon as, you know, the
Well, there might
group.
be. There's another group that probably can't even do the twerk properly. So, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely. She. I don't. I also don't feel like she should have been fired. She should
Oh,
just,
too much,
like I said, a
man.
reprimand, bring her in, and be like, that's. Now, I heard through the grapevine that she was asked by um, top supervision to take the video down. That when she put it up, she was asked to take the video down, and she didn't. And then that's why this happened.
Well, at some point, even if she would have taken it down, that's not going to stop it from going viral.
No.
You know,
Well, it had gone viral, and that's when they told her to take it down. But
yeah,
supposedly she didn't take it down. I guess she didn't take it down fast enough for these
probably
people.
didn't take it down fast enough.
Yeah. So, but anyway, there's also another story that comes with this, which is the police officer. I don't have a video of that, but I don't know if you heard about it. A female police officer that on her time off, she was working in a club and caught it working the pole.
Mm,
And from what I heard, like did a great job on that pole, but being a police officer, they didn't take kind to that. But I heard that she got fired, but then I heard elsewhere that she did it because the police union is very strong.
mm,
So that they basically gave her desk duty for I don't know
mm.
how many weeks or months. But that's a good thing. But they didn't. They also didn't take kind to her doing that thing.
Well,
Uh,
what was the infraction that she did just because she's
well, she
working a
was
second job?
had a second job. Yeah, she
And
had
she
that
never
second
told them
job.
about that.
Guess not. And then it was working at a club and
I
dancing on
mean,
the
yeah, that
pole.
that that adds to it. But if she told them, I have a second job, doesn't really shouldn't affect them one way or the other. But
Hmm.
they're not
So it
like
seems like she didn't.
unless that was part of her skit to come out in uniform and
I don't remember if she was in uniform or not,
do her thing.
but yeah.
You know?
But no, but she did not get fired. I heard she did, but no, she didn't. They just got her doing something else. So that brings us to our thing that we've had transit supposedly is going to be cracking down on TikTok or transit on was it transit TikTok?
Transit talk.
Transit
Mhm.
talk. There you go. A lot of bus operators, transit workers on TikTok putting videos while they're on the bus or doing certain things or saying certain things that go against the policy. Now, what
or
exactly?
or even out there explaining company policy to people.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
I mean, I know that when I first started, I'm sure, remember also that there was something we had to sign, that there were certain things that we cannot talk about,
Yeah, certain
you
things you
know,
couldn't talk about, certain pictures you couldn't take in the
right?
depot.
Sort
It
of
was
like
certain,
the Fight Club. You don't talk about
yeah,
the Fight Club. You don't talk about the way that transit works, the
hmm
operation parts. Um,
hmm
so we had the vice president of
What up? What up?
Mapstoa,
hmm
the vice president of Mapstoa, had put up a video telling people to
And desist,
and desist. I said it backwards. Cease and desist. And I don't know. I feel that the union should
step
uh,
in.
step in, not just be like cease and desist. No, let's take it case by case. If they start bringing people in, I think last year was it or the year before, I was brought in for something that I had posted on TikTok, which I didn't think was a big deal. But what I got from that for you guys on TikTok is transit pretty much does not like us talking about their customers. That's one
hmm
thing that I got from being called in. They don't like you talking about the customers, whether they pay or not pay. That's not for us to talk about. And there's certain other things. I'm not going to mention everything because I don't want to get people, issues. But check your TikToks. I've gone into mine and started taking things down. Either make them private, just for myself, because hey, when you go on TikTok and you get likes or a lot of views, if you delete it, all those views disappear. So, guys, if you're out there and you're doing some kind of video, look through your TikTok videos. Go as far back as you can. See what you think that transit might not be happy with. At least it's starting with in the terms of telling customers what not or what to do or what not to do. That's one thing right there. Red flag. Get rid of those videos or make them private, just for your safety. And anything else, if you see that you recorded something in the depots or whatever. So I went through mine, and if you probably seen some that I posted or reposted, and I went back and I uh, got rid of them. Got rid of them because like when you look at them again, it's like, oh shit, maybe this is something they're not gonna like. So
Yeah, like for example, I've seen a couple of operators on TikTok, and one of their whole things is complaining about what the customer is it or is doing wrong. And sometimes they come on right after the incident, so they're a little heated about it. And it's like, most of those people I don't know, so I just keep it moving. I
mm,
shake my head because I'm like, they're gonna get in trouble.
mhm.
But if I know any of them, I would DM them like, listen, you gotta. I don't think you should put that up. You might need to take that down. Big Brother's always watching, and you might get pulled in for that. If they take my advice, it's great. If not, then they'll f around and find out.
I did a tour bus operator too. I reached out, mentioned something, and the operator was like, "Okay, thanks, but continue." So
Okay, yeah.
listen,
Sometimes it's like that. So when
they
you go in to see the
feel
boss,
there's some things that are not worth posting just because you want likes or views. And when it comes to transit, I mean, I somebody's posted some of the policy, the media, social media policies of transit, but there's a lot more than that. I heard that there's
Mhm.
like 8 pages, and it recently got updated.
Mm.
So if it got updated, I'm guessing that anybody that gets called in, the union will do what they got to do to keep them out of trouble,
Mhm.
especially if they don't know, because I mean, that's a lot. If it's like 8 pages, that's a lot for a policy. And we start thinking that we have freedom of speech,
Mhm.
but freedom of speech also has a limit, especially when it
Mhm.
comes to. I think freedom of speech pretty much sticks to when it comes down to talking about government, right? Like we could speak
I'm
against government
speaking.
if we feel like
Mhm.
that's our freedom of speech. That's where it goes to. But when it comes to private companies, and
Mhm.
it's a little different.
It's a lot different
A
than
lot different.
what people may believe. They think, yeah, okay, I got freedom of speech, but when you sign a contract with the company and here transit, you take an oath. I don't know if Mapstoa does, but I know TA side, you got to take an oath, and you have to protect the oath, and that can go against the oath. And once that happens, you just committed a crime,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. Well,
That,
for
that,
Mapstoa, for the vice president to say cease and desist, then that means there is something with that oath, as you were saying.
mhm.
And then people have been for a few years. A lot of times you forget, but I'm just hoping. Listen, anybody that gets called in, just
Yeah, yeah.
I
States
don't even have the comments turned on.
but it's
Hey Ed, what's
okay
up to
for
everybody that's been coming on?
customers to come at the operator and talk shit about them on social media. Yeah,
It
we can't
is.
control them.
It is okay
They don't
because
work for the company, so
yeah, they got their mad freedom of speech. If you want to go
mm,
talk shit about our bus operators, you can
yeah,
publicly. You could freaking record them and put them on blast,
yep.
which is something we're going to
What's
be talking
happening?
about soon with somebody else that got
It
recorded and put on blast.
actually happened recently, and
Yeah,
it was not a good look at
not a good
all.
look, and we're going to be talking about that. But this whole social media policy, it's it's like a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's things I could say that could help some people out. So
Mm-hmm.
again, you don't want to talk against the customer, whether they pay or don't pay. Not too long ago, I heard something saying that the definition of a transit um, customer is a person that uses the system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That doesn't mean, it doesn't say whether they pay or they don't pay. So if they use their system, they're an MTA customer. Don't go putting anything negative about any customer. Don't go putting anything negative about our company. Okay. If you feel about MTA a certain way, don't go publicly talking shit about it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to mention any dispatchers, any supervision on your videos. Don't go like so and so is this and that. Don't say this. Don't go mentioning I wish this guy would be, unalived, stuff like that. Don't say things like that because you feel that you have a right to
Mm-hmm.
on social media. Don't, because those transit workers like you, Blunt, you've seen those videos. You've seen the video with the guy behind the desk and he pulls out a blade. He's like, oh, if he ever says that to me, I'm going to have to take things into my own hands. And those are videos that we see like every year that we go to Zuriga.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's things that we know not to do or say on social media. So please take heed to that. It it's not worth getting all these views or likes on a video if your job is gonna be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you think you're gonna be able to do this and pay all your bills by just going, you know, um,
Viral.
viral on social media. If
Mm-hmm.
that's going to you and you don't care about losing your job, but I
Have
care
at
about
it.
losing my job, so I was worried. I started looking at my post.
If you're monetized and you're getting paid six figures to put up content, and this is part of your content,
Yeah, and you don't care.
have at it.
Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. Well, don't be pissed off when you have no more content to post because you're not you're not
Because
in
you no longer
transit
work for the
anymore.
company. Yeah, yes, you got to
Uh,
benefits. Do they outweigh the risks?
yeah, yeah. So please just stay away from that.
And try not to. And the thing is, it's hard for them not to do that because they just want to vent, and I get that. But you try not to. With everything else that P said, don't mention company policy. That's like one of the biggest red flags you could do. Company policy is intercompany. It's not for the public. Some things are just not for the public to know.
Yeah, don't post bulletins or things that have the MTA. Uh, what do you call it on the letters? The letter.
What up, Ridica?
What do you call it on the letter? The that has the logo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The letterhead. Anything that has like the transit letterhead on it, you don't want to post that. Yeah, that makes sense too. To put down that you work for the MTA,
It's like a
but
target on your back. You
yeah,
remember?
which I think I have it on mine. To tell you the truth, I might have to go and revisit. Even though with me, they found all my social media
It's not
pages.
hard. It's
They
not
found
hard.
them all, man. And I had a what do you call it, podcast on, what do you call that? That changed it. They changed the name. What
Wait,
was
what?
it? That you have a podcast there too? That app, they changed it.
Oh, it was
Now
oh,
it's
what
called
was it
something
before?
else.
It's called Spotify, but
Yeah,
no, it's
it
called
was before that.
Podcasters or some shit like that.
Mm,
Before that, it was called I forgot. I forgot. It was
yeah, but
Ink
anyway,
something. I
I
don't know.
had it during that time, and the podcast was doing pretty good. It started doing really good. There was I even had you on it at one point that you were saying congrats and what, and I had you on, and I had even somebody from some of the podcasts that was giving me a shout out and stuff. But my thing, I was putting negative things about what not to do, what the public shouldn't do when they come on our buses, and after that, I shut it down. I just there was no need for me to. So I really quickly cease and desist.
Assist.
Quick, I just shut it down because that they saw it. And I just thought the best thing is just get it out, get rid of it. Maybe after I retire, maybe I'll start something new.
Yeah, you could
Really,
do it after then. They can't
yeah,
touch you then.
and then talk shit. Then is when two transmitters is gonna blow up.
Really
Because it's gonna
blow up.
be not only one, but it's gonna be two. It's
Mhm.
gonna be two saying it how it is.
Really blow up.
But right now, no. Unless the MTA wants to, what do you call it? Sponsor us? Want to sponsor
They
Transit
should.
Misfits, and
We're
then
we're doing a service for them. They should
yeah, yeah.
sponsor us.
I was
What's
thinking the
wrong?
other day. I said, why not make it like a radio station where we come on, and we're at 2 Broadway and we have a station and we just talk stuff to the customers and do's and don'ts and in a nice, playful, fun kind of way and give information to the public, and and we come on like from 12 to 3 or something like that, and we're smart. Come on, MTA, hook us up, hook us up. We call it transit talk. I know there was a channel 13, I would say.
Transit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
is it still on?
I don't know. They used to always play that at Mac.
Yeah, but those two people talking, they were boring, man.
They were boring.
They were
It
boring.
was,
They're
it was
like,
shit.
yeah, it was like they were reading from something. They just
Yeah.
boring.
No personality. It was crazy.
Yeah, come on, get us on
Suck.
there. Forget transit. Look, two transit misfits.
That's right.
Information for the public. Information that you, the public, want to hear. And then we play some music, and it'll bring more people on the buses because they want to get on the bus just because they want to listen to two
Yeah.
transit misfits.
Yeah. Now they got the televisions in there. We could be playing on the
There you
route.
go live. We will put the president on from transit, but vice president, talk information. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Come on, let's do this.
Put the president on in the hot seat. Like, what the hell are you
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
man? What the hell are you doing, man?
And do it in a nice, fun way. Oh, AV Nice, I said, I remember when they called you in. Oh, I guess I told you. Yeah. I told some people. So yeah. So where are we now? I don't want to waste too
So
much time, but
speaking, we still got to get into the other social media part.
oh yeah, but I think that thing is gonna take the rest of the show. That's why I was kind of stalling a little bit because that. Woo. Have you seen the post? The post I had put down about that thing about not that I was taking the side of him, but anyway. So this was what, last week?
I think it was last week.
Yeah, I really was. Wait, but we can't. We just don't do that. We don't do it on our page. We don't allow it on our page, so we can't post it over here. But there was a bus operator that was recorded from outside. Doot, doot.
Mhm.
Was
Mhm.
recorded from outside by someone, and he was taking
Was
care
he?
of his.
He was on his break, right? I think he was on his
So when
break.
we heard he was on a break, or what do you call it when you're at the end of the line in
Right.
your
A layover.
the layover? I would say a layover, probably in a layover.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on a layover or his break.
Either way, he didn't have to ride. He didn't have to drive. He had time on the bus alone,
Yeah,
and so he used it wisely, I guess, in his case, because he had an itch that he needed to scratch
oh god,
very badly, apparently.
yeah,
And he
you
was
got more to
caught.
say on this. Go ahead, go ahead.
And he was caught pleasuring himself to the degree that he didn't care that we have cameras on the bus. Not to mention people outside looking in. That is crazy.
So I believe I was told that it didn't happen like this. I believe that the person that recorded is the person that reported, because how else would they have known the bus number? But someone told me that it did say there the route number that showed up, and that because it went viral, the MTA looked into it and they found the time, and they were able to put everything together and found what bus it was. But then what happens? One of our own, which I don't know why, like in our group, I have be your brother's keeper, right?
It's supposed to be.
Why do we have this thing that we have to shoot down our own? Now, I know that Blunt agrees with this. We're not condoning what the brother did. We
Nope.
don't condone that whatsoever. Okay. But to put it out there by your own, coworkers, they put his picture on social media and said, "This is the guy." Why? As bad as it is, I don't think it should have been any of us to be mentioning him and putting it out there so that everybody could see who he was. It's not like he was doing it in front of anybody, in front of children or women or anything. And if you think about it, the first video, nobody would have known who he was. Nobody saw his face. They didn't mention his name, nothing like that on the video. You couldn't really see who it was. Maybe people that might know him saw a little bit of the beer, whatever. They were, oh, I know who that is, but nobody would have known. And then somebody had to put a face to it, and it had to be transit workers, and I disagree with that. And then on top of that, management puts out the video from inside the bus. A video that I know by contract they're not supposed to use unless there was an accident, something bad happened on the bus, that they have to go look into the video to see what happened. Okay, so they found out that this operator was doing that. They look at the video. Yo, call him in. Call him into the office. Talk to the guy. Not just put him out there this way. So there's a lot of people say, "Oh, fuck him. He was dirty. He was, disgusting, doing that on the bus. There could have been people that sit there, but this and that." And again,
And imagine if that's the guy you relieve every day and you shake his hand.
well, I stopped shaking hands with bus operators a long time ago when I started seeing that so many of them, they're in the stall and they walk right out. And mostly when COVID started, when COVID came, like everybody was afraid to touch. It was like just a pound, and it continued that way. But yeah, like, so there was a letter that was posted on social media, a letter from the president that we have now, and I would be reading it, but
That's inter company policy there. You can't really post that.
well, it was not an MTA letter. It has the local, I believe. It has the local, does it?
It has no transport
Yeah, it's
working
the
union
local letterhead on it. So, I mean, we're allowed to talk about the union because we are the union, right? So, before we get into that, because I know you had something to say about that. This is not the first time that the MTA publicly tries to shame coworkers, right? And if you remember, there's one sometime back where you see a phone recording from the screen. Do you remember that? I don't know if it was that the bus got into an accident, and you could see that they're in the
the
booth where,
office, right?
and you see the phone recording off the screen. And I think we had talked about that, but I found out that something did happen with that. So, the person, yeah, the union letterhead. Thank you, AV. The person that was recording, that person got 30 days on the street. And the person, the inside person that let that person come in to record off the computer was demoted. So something was done about that, and we're hoping something is done about this,
Well,
because
the union is going after. They're investigating, and right now, if I'm not mistaken, they narrowed it down to someone in Zariga, and that they're looking for who entered the room. They're looking for whoever swiped in to go into the room at the time of the recording and stuff like that. So it was leaked from Zariga to they say, because nobody else had access to that video, so it had to come from Zariga. So they're investigating it. So who knows if what's going to happen. Hopefully we hear about it so we can tell you guys.
yeah.
But that's not a good look if the schoolroom where you're supposed to be getting trained and all that stuff is leaking out footage to social media. That's just not a good look at all.
No, it shouldn't be done. I really hope that the union do go. I mean, they are
Mm.
because it is on that letter. Yeah, I have the letter here, but it's from the president John
Shirello,
Chiarello that he wrote to
the new president.
yeah via electronic mail. He wrote to Mr. Lieber, and in there he's pretty much saying, that they have to, like you said, they're doing an They have to investigate. They can't. Then they're not going to let it go.
No,
They're not
they
let it go.
better not. What up, Black Knight?
But the other thing
Bob,
is, what up?
good.
What up? The other thing
Good,
is
Bob.
that we don't know if this operator has some kind of a problem, right? Maybe there's more to that.
Yeah, no, we know he has a problem.
Well, do you know that there's something called chronic compulsive masturbation disorder?
No, I didn't, but he has a
Yeah,
problem.
there is actually a disorder. It is a sexual addiction where someone is driven to masturbate excessively. They can't help themselves. If they have to do it. And and the thing is that a lot of these people who have this issue, now I'm not saying this brother has it, but it's something that maybe should be looked upon. And women also, it's not just men, but there are women who suffer the same thing. And a lot of them, they view their self-simulation
Where
as
they at?
shameful, dirty, or even sinful. So a lot of times it's unlikely that they will discuss this issue with anyone, even with a therapist. So this man might just be having that issue where he suffers from this condition. And maybe he is not his first time, but it's the first time he got caught. Who knows?
He got caught. It's definitely not his first time.
No.
This is the first time he got caught because he was in a bad spot, and he was like, "Fuck it,
No, I have to.
I
So
got I got
yeah.
to let this out." You know.
Mm.
Wait,
So
who heard this put in Dan? Now?
Dan Naff,
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
dude. So yeah, definitely is something to look into. That's why on the post I was saying is like, you just don't go throwing people under the bus like that, your own coworkers.
No, you
Again,
don't
it
know
is
it.
nasty, it's disgusting, but let's look into what's causing this. Let's have it, because if you get caught smoking weed, right? What happens to you? They put you right
Get
away. You got
high.
to be
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
They translate. Well, it's not just going to fire you. They're going to put you in
Program.
the
Hmm.
program.
Hmm.
So find the same thing with this guy. Like again, we don't know what's causing it. It's or maybe MTA needs to start making the tests a little harder for people to get into transit. They're
What they
you know
gonna ask you? Do you have the impulse to multiple masturbate?
the what?
What they gonna ask you? Like, do you have an impulse to masturbate? Like,
Oh, do you have any conditions that
nobody's gonna. No,
but
then you that's
something. There's got to be
no, you can't do
something.
that because then you're gonna be discriminated against.
I guess I get,
Yeah.
but I mean, that could be something. Brother
But
might
I
actually.
think that's just more bite to our fight about how operators or all transit workers should have um, a mandatory psychologist that they speak to.
Mm,
I just think it should be mandatory because it's just a lot of shit you have to deal with every day that can weigh on your mind mentally, and your
we,
job is mentally tasking as
we
it
do
is
have
on its
people.
own.
We do have people that we can go talk to. It's just I guess nobody bothers calling the number. We have a number that they give us all the time.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It needs to be mandatory. Like one day out of the week, instead of going on a bus, in allow of your bus, like say your session is 45 minutes, then
Mm.
you're allowed at 2 hours to go talk to your cycle, and then you go back on your bus.
Do police
You know,
officers have that?
they have
They have something like.
psych.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
they
from
have
TV
'em.
shows that I've watched, like I feel
Yeah,
like they always have to go and talk to people
yeah,
because
they
of their
have to. Yeah,
job.
they have to. Yeah.
And maybe that's something that they should put on because the
Oh,
truth is, we
Black
go through a
Black
lot of
Knight.
stuff like that.
We talking about the guy who was filmed pleasing himself on the bus and the policies of social media. That's what we're talking about.
Mm,
Yeah, I know that ain't never gonna happen. I
yeah.
know. The problem also I think with that is that
No, it's not coming from MTA because who's
yeah,
going to pay for it, right?
right, and there's also this the stigma of having to see a psychologist. It's like people look at you like you're nuts, and it's the exact opposite of when if somebody tell me that they visit a psychologist every week, I'm more relaxed around that person.
You think so?
Yeah,
Or you would be a little
absolutely.
more worried, like why this guy
No,
has to go every
that
week to
that
go?
that's the stigma. Why
Yeah.
is this guy's crazy? What's going? No,
Mm,
he's handling the problem. He has a problem. He admitting it, which is the first part. Now he's taking care of it. You know. So
mm.
no, I would feel more relaxed.
Think so? Well,
Hmm.
I guess. Kels also says, "Will they keep it confidential?" They didn't keep this video confidential.
Right. Exactly.
So I mean, but the people that we could go talk to when we have issues, either family issues, work issues, it is confidential. I wish I had the number, but I don't. I don't have it.
Was it
They
the
always give you a card.
was
They
it the chaplain?
It's a
Yeah, that's
chaplain,
the
right?
chaplain,
In
right?
other words, you could, go talk to him with any issues you have. All you do is call. They could be on the phone. You could go to the office. They come to you, I believe, also.
Yeah, they gave me his number when I was in the hospital to call him.
Yeah.
I flicked that shit. Like, yeah,
Well, I'll
whatever.
tell you this thing. When my daughter, rest in peace, my first daughter, when she passed, um, he was the first one at the funeral home. The first one that was there. I
Cool.
didn't know who he was,
Right.
but when I saw him dressed up and he came out, and then he came up to me and he told me he
I know.
was, and I started bawling, and he pulled me to the side and was talking, and it was a good thing.
Yeah.
The man knew how to talk me down from where I was at, and I
He
feel
has
that
experience.
yeah, anyone that has issues,
Should
call your
see the chaplain.
chaplain.
Hmm.
Ask the number to your depot chairman. If it's something at home, you're having problems with the wife, or you're having problems with the husband, and it's interfering with work, give the chaplain a call. Talk to him.
Yeah. Talk to
Talk to
him.
him. Sometimes
Or
you talk to your friends, and your friends could be like they understand or whatever, but they not gonna give you that professional um advice that
exactly
someone who probably like that insurance says we do things so we know things. What is that? The farmers,
from. Mm.
does it say we know something because we it's something like that. I forgot how it goes. But anyway, he knows he's been through things, so he could talk through to you guys.
Yeah.
So,
And even if you don't
oh,
like
he
the chaplain,
retired, Archer. He's
or
retired. Well, then there's someone else.
yeah,
GD says the chaplain needs to talk to management.
even if you don't like the chaplain or don't trust
And
them
if
or
you don't
whatever,
trust them, but
you
why
can
wouldn't you trust them?
you can find somebody in your circle that you trust. But the key is to find somebody that you trust and that is professional enough to handle your situation. But you have to. I'm saying everybody should see a psych at least once a
You've
month,
said that, yeah, many
all the
times.
time, all the time. I say it all. It stop, and we really do have to break that stigma of just because you see a therapist that there's something
Have
wrong
you
with
ever watched that YouTube show, Pop the Balloon and Find Love?
you. Hmm.
You've watched it?
Not all the way, but I see a
No.
lot of clips about
Okay,
it. Yeah.
but on episodes that I seen, like when they say, "What are you looking for in a man or a woman?" and the woman was like, "Someone who weekly makes sure
See the
that
therapist.
he
Yeah,
speak to someone to keep his mental
that's
health."
right. It's like
And
going to church. It's just a different version of going to church. People
right,
go
because
to
you could go to
church
your
to get
church
their
and
life
speak to
together.
you could go to
Yeah,
talk to your priest.
to get your life in the right direction.
Mr.
They
Archer, is that the
basically
name to the chaplain? Is that the
they
number to the
basically
chaplain?
a therapist for you, but in the Lord's way. This is just a different way of doing it.
Lloyd
You
Archer,
know?
that number, the 212-736-5203, is that the number to the chaplain, or is that somebody that wants to talk to you?
I don't I don't think that chaplains are able to do that legally.
No, no,
I
they
think
can't.
that's a breach of contract between you and him. Like how the lawyers have that discretion between the lawyer. You
Yeah.
can't. No matter what you tell them, they can't go back and tell the cops he
Same with
killed.
doctors.
And doctors too. With
Yeah.
doctors, yeah. So I don't think the chaplain is allowed to do that.
That's the number for the UAP.
UAP.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Can you tell us what the UAP is? I'm pretty sure I should know it, but I don't. So if you could tell us what UAP is.
I heard that, but the
And
psychiatrist doesn't know it. Well, what? I gotta read this. Hold on. I heard that, but the psychiatrist doesn't know it, or they a regular person qualified. Yes, that's why. That's why you have to, like any other thing. Like it's just like shopping for a car.
shout out to Miss Chocolate Cook. Welcome.
You have to, you have to test them out. You have to interview them because because they're psychiatrists don't mean they fit you. They have to fit you personally for them to help you.
Thank you, Mr. Archer.
My first journey,
Union Assistant Program.
Once I got out of the hospital, I had to sift through about 4 or 5 different psychiatrists until I found the right one that fit me. And once I found the right one, my life was way better.
Do you have someone? Do you have somebody that you all the time?
Yeah. I just understand that when you see the psychiatrist, they're not going to solve your problems. That's not what their job is. Their job is to help you figure out how to help yourself. So they're not going to give you the answers, but they will steer you in the right direction to figure it out on your own. And that's what makes a good psychiatrist. Psychiatrists and psychologists. There's 2 different ones. The psychiatrists, they can offer you medication. Psychologists can't. So you want to go with psychologists first, because a lot of times I feel like psychiatrists, they just, after a while, they're just like, hey, take this shit.
I mean, did you see a psychiatrist? The problem is way too much, right? Like maybe our brother that got caught on that video, maybe he needs to go check a psychiatrist.
But then they'll like, if he's seeing a psychiatrist, they'll say, well, you need to go up a level to the psychiatrist, because they can't offer you medicine.
Oh, so you got a psychologist and the psychiatrist is above?
Right.
Okay,
it's like,
okay.
But all of them have to see psychiatrists.
Ms. Cook says it doesn't help for the job.
Why is she on here? Why are you starting trouble?
How doesn't it?
Can we block? Can we block?
Psychiatrists and MTA were used two different.
They use 2 different books. Well, they not only they use books though, they have experience. You have to find the one that has a lot of experience. So, listen, I went to my first what they call them? Therapy session for my marriage, and the first person they gave us was like maybe 20 years old. I was like, what does she know about fucking marriage? And she was the worst, bro. I think she did more damage to my marriage than I did the whole time we were married.
Really?
Yeah, she was the worst, man. I was arguing with her. How you go to therapy and you arguing with the therapist? She was putting words in my mouth, and she only focused on what my actions were, not trying to figure out why I was doing what I was doing or saying what I was. It was the worst. It was really the worst. So yeah, see, that's what I heard.
How long did it take you to get the right person?
We ended up not even going. We ended up not even going back because my ex was upset that I was upset, and I'm like, who wouldn't be upset? She keep putting words in my mouth, and then she's only focusing on what I'm doing. She's not saying anything else. She's not trying to figure out why I did what I did or why I said it. It was the worst. So she stopped going, and that was the end of our marriage, basically.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was. You know when you upset, like your jaw is just aching because that's how she had me in there. I'm like, what? Like I didn't say that. What? I literally had to say a couple of times, stop putting words in my mouth. I literally had to say that to her. And my ex said, why are you getting upset? What the fuck you mean? Why am I getting upset? Like she's saying shit that I didn't say, and you sitting there like, because
it seemed like she was taking your ex-wife's side.
She was on her side 100%. 100%. and I, it did, and I wasn't okay with it, but she was feeling better. My ex was feeling better about things, so I was willing to endure that shit. I was like, oh, well, if that's what we got to do for her to feel better, then it is what it is. But she was like, no, I don't like the way you act, man. I'm like, you want me to sit there and take that bullshit? Like, come on, man, get out of here. Oh, chocolate, we can't block her. Why is she here? Will you get out of here?
She's gonna
Messing up the
find you.
stream.
She's gonna find you. End the stream.
End the stream.
Damn. Folks,
Nah,
if
this
you're
my
here
girl.
watching now, please share this. Please share
That's
this
cool.
out. Well, you said in the beginning, the more you share, the more you help out our channel.
Mm-hmm.
Again, whoever shared the last time, everybody that helped out last time and shared, we did really well with that. Just for sharing a couple of times this live, it helps our channel. We're not asking for
You
money.
possibly can, driver.
I mean, we could actually just subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would really help us as well. Just
HU, you might
subscribe.
want to retype that because my
What's that?
English is pretty good, but I'm not sure what that.
He possibly can drive for it.
As I say, I know my English is pretty good, but
Okay.
I don't know. You might want to retype that. You could blame it on the phone.
Blame it on the phone.
G says, listen, this job changed drastically from when
Agree.
these so-called management people were working. Time and error adjustments is a huge problem. Yeah, it's a whole different place right now. Yeah. So how did this guy get caught? Easy, Black Knight. Somebody filmed his ass whacking at the stick
From outside.
choking his chicken,
Yes,
indulging
listen,
in it.
but the
Yeah.
issue we have is that then coworkers went ahead and
Right.
posted his picture on social media, and then the MTA blasted him on social media by posting the video from inside of the bus.
Right.
That's where I have the main issue. Okay?
That is a
Again,
huge problem.
I know that Blunt agrees that shit is fucked
Yeah.
up, sick,
Yeah.
crazy to do that.
Absolutely.
I mean, you could go to the bathroom. Wait till you get home. Go get off the bus.
Go
Take
somewhere.
Take a
Don't do
personal
that shit in
somewhere.
public. Yeah,
Yeah, go into
somewhere.
a stall and take care of that. Nobody's gonna know nothing, and just make sure you wash your hands when you're done, right? But it's the whole thing is that for transit to put it out there, that's a problem. And the union. Oh, and this is not TA. This is MapStoa.
MapStoa.
He's MapStoa. So MapStoa is taking care of that. Yeah, it's not. He's not TA.
Chirillo's nice. But I mean, does it really matter if the video was leaked from
No, but
Zariga, right? It's
no,
still, I
it's
mean,
still. But it's
both
also.
MTA and MapStoa work at Zariga, don't they?
I guess so. I guess they both.
Well,
Zariga.
Black Knight, I think he kind of took care of that himself. No,
Boom. Where's my bell?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if you find out that this is the guy that you relieve every day, and you shake his hand, you give him a dap, and yeah, you know what I mean. Now you see, like, oh my god, yeah.
Oh.
That's just
Wait, hold on.
crazy.
You're gonna say that joke again. Ready? Hold on. You're gonna say that joke again about the question was that. What was this question?
What about his relief?
Okay.
Yeah. I think he took care of that himself.
What is relief? Oh, we have a delay on the sound too.
Yeah.
It ended on your side before it ended on mine. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're hoping. We are hoping. What happened?
Yeah, y'all ain't shit. Y'all misfits ain't shit, man.
What does it say? No, they know why his.
Now they know why his name is Nick. His nickname is Lefty.
Oh man! And see now people are putting even more. Oh, you're throwing the poor man more under the bus now. Now people be like, "Who was that guy?" Oh, Lefty. Oh no, man! Your people are so fucked up. Be careful! Don't screw up, because your own coworkers will throw you under the bus. Where's the like the
camaraderie?
cops have a blue line, right?
Yeah.
I think the cops have more camaraderie than we do.
Look
I
at
don't know.
HU. HU, you looking for the video? What you want to see the video? What's going
Oh
on here, buddy?
God,
What's going on here, buddy?
what is that? That.
Those are eyes. Those are eyes.
Oh, the eyes. He wants to see it.
He wants to see the video.
They sent me the video. I'm not posting that.
No, I'm not. I'm not posting it.
That's
So
just
they sent me
it
a
will go
video
complete
with
against what we're saying.
They sent me a video where it's supposed to be the guys talking about.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
it's not even a real video. It's
yeah, but
AI
nah.
generated.
bro,
I
listen.
was like, yeah,
If you put that up, that's on you. It's not me. But you
I'm not
know,
putting it. I'm not putting
God.
that shit up. That shit mad fake. Like,
yeah, that was crazy.
okay.
But yeah, definitely it's something that I hope that the union fights gets done and stops.
I hope
I
that
wonder if
they.
does this have to do something with the whole social media policy thing now? Are they like trying to cover themselves?
It could be. It could be like an effect of it. You know.
Yeah, like suddenly, oh, now we got to check on what you guys are posting on social media. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but that wasn't posted on social media by any one of us in the beginning.
yeah,
Now it was, but that was
yeah,
an internal job.
but
So
that internal video should not have been posted. And
no,
I'm
and
anybody
they
that
can
is
get
saying
him.
that they should have, I still
No,
hardly say no. It didn't have to be posted that way.
nope.
When
They should have
embarrassing,
never left that
embarrassing.
room. They should have never
'Cause
left that room.
think
And those
about it.
people.
What if he has a wife? What if he has kids? Now that thing is on social media, and they get to see that.
Well,
That's not something they needed to see.
she
That's
was
not
doing her
something they needed.
job.
And what if they feel like suing Transit now?
They should.
What if the wife says, "You know what? I'm suing MTA for putting that video out there."
Yeah, because she looked bad. Yeah.
It was really bad. It's
Okay,
just some
man.
things. The same way they don't want us posting some shit on social media, that should have never went out.
Her neighbor's gonna be like, "Hey, man, if you was doing what you were supposed to be doing, you wouldn't
Oh
be what."
God, David, look at this thing. Word on the street.
Murder
He's
Street.
videoing for his
Oh,
OnlyFans.
oh shit!
Joke, man. The
Wait a
joke.
minute. How you know about that?
Oh, he said word on the street.
Oh,
So
word on the
that's
street.
word on the street.
Wink, wink.
We definitely need, when are we gonna start? When are we gonna
Ah,
start being more close to each other and stop, throwing people under the bus? And it's horrible. Blunt, we have some good things. We got not. We don't have a lot of time, but we have some good things to talk about. You have something from Gleason before we forget.
yeah, I mean, you got these ladies in Gleason, which I kind of really like the idea of what they're doing, and it's the women's group that they had just this past weekend, or was it? I forgot. Just recently, they had what they celebrated Women's Day. I
Women's
mean,
Day
I think that was really nice. They had a whole spread out there.
spread.
Um,
Bum.
what, hold on, let me get I got to get the names of all the ladies that's involved in
Oh
the
man, that's a long list.
no, no. I mean the integral part of the ladies that's involved. You have Jamisha Wingate, Beverly Bolden, Cherry Chocolate Fahey, Catherine Angadi, and Shannon Douglin, who are all part of the women's group in Gleason.
Shout out to
And
Gleason.
yeah, they had a nice Women's Day celebration going on in there. So I want to give them a shout out. Then you have this one here. I don't know. What is she doing there? Why?
Hey.
Why is she there? She's such a troublemaker. That's my girl.
But yeah, congrats to Women's Day and the nice thing. I missed it all because in the morning I saw when they were setting up. Oh, what happened to Blunt? What happened to Blunt? Don't tell me with a few minutes left, Blunt gets knocked out of the service. There he goes. I was like, oh no, man, not
There
one.
we go. Yeah. So
Not
look,
before we finish.
before I get kicked off again,
Yeah.
so I understand that they're supposed to be doing this little process that they have here in Gleason and start expanding it to other depots, which would be great if they could do that, system wide.
And they will, because it's a really good thing to do.
It is. It's bringing the morale back to the depot the way it used to be. I got their back 100%. I appreciate what they're doing for the depot, even though I'm not there to benefit any of that, but it's all good.
And I'm there, but I still missed it because when I came back, all the tables were cleared up already. I saw him in the morning where they were setting up, and then that's it.
So they had a similar Women's Day celebration for so it's starting to go system one.
That's good. That's good. Hopefully, they take a picture, put it all
Wasn't
together.
there?
Like
That
the
wasn't you, chocolate.
one.
I thought that wasn't you. I wasn't sure if that was you or not, but it looked like you. So I was like, she would have got in trouble with me. I'm sorry, whoever that was. I put up there. I was like, is that cherry? Look like
That's not chocolate. You thought it was cherry?
no, not cherry chocolate. Not cherry chocolate. The other chocolate.
Oh, the other chocolate
Yeah, yeah,
that's been commenting that you okay.
yeah. Troublemaker. Miss Cook.
What else? What else we got? Oh, let's really quick um
So lobby day.
remind transit workers March 19th, lobby day. So if you're already put in to be on that bus, good. If not, I don't know if there's time anymore. Not sure, depending if they got spaces. Supposedly there's 2 buses coming out of Jackie Gleason Depot. March 9th, 19th, lobby day at Albany. Go there and ask the good questions, the important things that we need. Talk to your depot chairman. Find
Right.
out what kind of things should you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't just go there because the truth is, if you ask some dumb shit that we're not gonna get, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So
I
just
would advise everybody to talk to them about their medical because they really going after that, y'all. And y'all not gonna
exactly.
like what y'all getting.
Mm,
I would
yeah.
really advise everybody to go in there and speak about their traditional Medicare versus the Medicare Advantage plan and why they took the option away from you guys because they definitely auto enrolled everybody into that.
Listen, and even if you're healthy, because some people feel like never get sick. Listen, you never know,
Especially,
man. When you
especially if
retire, you never know. You never know.
hey, listen, my life flipped upside down in
Mm,
a blink of an eye. One minute I was on my way to work, the next minute I was 2 years in the hospital. So
horrible.
just remember that.
So we're just about done here, but we want to end with also some good news coming out of another state. A bus
Yo,
operator.
before you even go there,
Mm.
Damien, I gotta give because that the show was it the week before last when I was giving everybody their flowers. I didn't mention Damien's name as part of one of the union people that's doing it.
Shout out to Damon. Oh, he froze. He froze, but let's give it a plus. See what happens to Blunt. Hopefully he'll come back real quick. Blunt skitty blunt. He's frozen. Blunt, come back, Blunt. We're about to finish. Looks like there's a timer on his computer. I don't know. Looks like there's a timer on Blunt's computer that it doesn't even reach an hour. Maybe we do the show for 45 minutes to make sure. Let me take him out of here and have him come back. Before he comes back, let me post. I'll put this video up. He might not even make it back, but this is want to end the show with some good story with a good story. I'm like stalling. Hopefully he'll pop in before I go into it, and he's not. Check this out. Check this out, folks. Shout out to Milwaukee County, MCT. Nice, right? Oh, there you go. Bring him back in. Okay, you made it. You made it. So yeah, that's really cool. It's good to see operators go out of the way and help somebody out. So
Yep,
yeah, so we've come
that's a
to
great
the end
look.
of our show.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody that popped in, everyone that's gonna share or shared already our show. Um, Glad Blunt came back on. We left. Blunt, I think we got to do the show for 45 minutes because that's like when your computer starts to heat up and starts to kick you out.
I don't get it, but I'll figure it out.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
But
try it on
anyway,
Firefox next week. I gotta set it up though.
yeah. Okay.
See
Well,
how it
folks,
works.
and we went over
Yeah.
as much as we try. As much as we try.
Mhm.
Anyway, thanks again for everybody that showed up and popped up and all that good stuff. We'll catch you all the next show. And with that said, I am Brooklyn Pete,
I'm your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
See you next week, guys. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.